What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. At Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled Tragedy Can Make You. You know, pressure bust pipes or it can make a diamond, right? And some people ask, why me when something bad happens? And you know, the old saying is, why not? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there are people out there who don't understand that tragedy, if you respond to it properly, it can make you. It can make you a better human being. It can make you hungry. It can fuel your fire. It can make you relentless. It can make you respect life, you know, and respect the time that you have and respect the opportunities that you're going to get in life. You know, I talked about this before. When I was in second grade, I got in a little accident and I got my throat cut. From that point on, I've been a little bit more intense than most people because I understand that life isn't guaranteed and is a promise. And, you know, but at that point, I also believe in spirituality because I had an out-of-body experience. But I won't say as an adult, I had a thing where I was afraid of death. A couple years ago, because I felt like I wasn't accomplishing what I think what I was born to set out to do. And I was nervous that I wasn't going to make it to finish, right? But then, you know, I got over that. But that tragedy of getting my throat cut made me. I wanted to be, I used to sing a lot. The irony of it is, because I got my throat cut, I can't maintain my voice. So that's part of the reason why I started rapping anyways, because I couldn't maintain my voice singing because it would change. You know, it gets sore faster. You know, so I don't necessarily know my natural speaking voice per se. Like, I just know that sometimes it's raspy, sometimes it's high, you know, sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's low, because it still changes to this day. But the whole experience made me a better person, right? I remember playing around in high school. I skint this whole left side of my face off, right? Like, I kind of look like Two-Face, like from Batman. I was diving in the short end of the pool, being a clown in gym, and I realized I dove in the short end of the pool, and I had to turn my face like this so I don't break my neck, and it just took this shit off on the bottom of the pool, right? But I remember girls like, you used to be fine, but look at you now, you know? And that made me a better person, because what happened was I was never really tripping about looks anyways, but I never stopped being who I was because I had half of a face. You know what I'm saying? So like, it made me more secure in who I am as a person. So that tragedy made me a better man, you know? I remember I had dreams and aspirations of being an athlete. And what happened was, and I was younger than everybody else, so, because I graduated high school at 17. So I was younger than people, I was smaller than everybody, but I was better than a lot of people, and I was faster than a lot of people. But unfortunately, I got hurt. Actually running track. I blew out my hamstring in a downstate track meet. Like right when I was about to get on there and I was about to shine on them boys. You know, and I blew my hamstring and finished the race. Kept us. I blew my hamstring actually in a 4x1, my junior year, and I wasn't the same since. Haven't been the same since, you know. So, but I took that and it made me a better person because I realized, you know, I can't just go all out all the time. I have to work my way and work my spots and evolve with my body as it changed. You know what I'm saying? And that made me better. You know, I went to college though, and I wanted to play football. And you know, actually, I got done bad in my high school. From my understanding, the guys that were on my team, the coach was very high on those guys, and some of those guys were gangsters and thugs or whatever. And they really wanted to see these guys get out the hood. And me, on the other hand, I wasn't a gangster on a gang. I wasn't like a thug. I was just like a street guy. I hung out with everybody. I went to every hood. I didn't care. But coach didn't necessarily like me like that. And he felt like I'd be okay. So he kind of threw me under the bus with recruiters. But I got done so bad that when I graduated, the younger guys, the guys who were younger than me, they wound up getting the coach fired because they felt like we would have done a whole lot better if he had not held me back personally and it held the team back. So they got rid of him and they wound up having All-Americans the next year and going to the playoffs the next year. And people started getting scholarships and going places and even got people in the NFL after that. So for me, I was like, that was dope, you know. I wish one of my homeboys, because it started with him, he actually wound up going to prison and dying. And that made me think of things too, because I'm like, you know, if you don't get out this hood somewhere or another, you could wind up like anybody else, you know. And then recently, a guy that I know about 3 days ago got murdered because he's still in the streets. Well, he not in the streets no more, but you know, tragedy can make you a better person. Had similar thing happen at college, and I had to learn, maybe it's me, maybe I just rub people the wrong way. So I had to become a better person and either have thicker skin and deal with the consequences if people like me or not, and just persevere, you know. I would say that when I was in college, like I said, I was living in my car at the time. I work from Sunday to Thursday. I can run you the schedule. 10 to 6, I worked overnight at Walmart. I got in my car, I drive across town to a friend of mine's house, take a shower. I did this from Sunday to Thursday. Go to class at 8, you know, take my classes. I'm still trying to play football. So I go to the weight room and practice. Me and the football coach was getting into it because, like I said, I was working because I was paying my way through school. I had to transfer schools and all that other stuff. So it was, and I had to take care of myself and those kind of things. And I'm living out of my car. And I didn't have books because I couldn't afford them. I couldn't afford tuition because I was working to pay tuition at that particular point. But I wasn't, I couldn't pay rent or nothing like that. So, you know, I could go to a friend's house, take a shower on Friday, Thursday. It'd stop Thursday afternoon because I'd get out of class Thursday afternoon. So from like Sunday at 10, I didn't sleep. I went without sleeping from Sunday at 10 p.m. to Thursday at about 4 p.m. I for like a year, I think I did that straight. Where I didn't sleep Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I slept on Thursday. And I stayed at my girlfriend's house for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I graduated college like that. I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And I think tragedy makes you stronger. Like, and when I got in my own apartment, I appreciated it. When I got furniture, I appreciated it. My best friend got basically murdered on New Year's Day. I think about close to 10 years ago. My grandmother, who was my other best friend, died 2 weeks later. You know, tragedy makes you stronger. You know, I keep promoting this book about a non-custodial father because I got shafted when it came to my situation as parenting with my child. So what I did was I put my experiences and other guys' experiences in a book, because you can let tragedy make you, right? I was recently in a car wreck. I don't know if y'all could tell, but you know what I'm saying? This little thing right here, I ain't had that scar, but I don't care, you know. It makes me a better person. I'm still doing therapy and rehabbing now. When I talk about relationships and life stuff, it comes from a place where I've done things and been through things, and sometimes I don't take excuses from other people, because if there is no tragedy that you're coming from, you have and you have the ability to change the situation, you should do it. You know, it's not going to be easy, but you know, tragedy can make you a better person. Don't let it fold you. You know what I'm saying? There have been times where I really wanted to just give it all up. You know, when I was younger, I felt like I was losing. I mean, I remember in college, I had an internship for Universal, because I was doing that too. I was interning because I wanted to be in the music industry, and I had to give up that intern actually because I started living out of my car. I couldn't move around, and at that particular point, my family members started rocking heavy in the music industry and just left me hanging, knowing that was my dream initially. And what that did was that made me grind. I got me and my friends. I got some guys. We started a group. You know, we started making CDs. People around us started blowing up. I was running the streets back in the day when Paul Wall Chameleon was coming up. You know, with our crew, we didn't become successful, but I salute Paul Wall and Chameleon. You know, you know, that was dope to see them guys come up. Same thing, but I kept pushing on that, and I started rocking with other crews and going to showcases and talent shows and all this, and making songs and this. So it made me a person that says, if you want something, you got to work for it, you know. And it doesn't, and because of that, I have no regrets. That's why I say let tragedy can make you, because I have no regrets. Like I don't sit in my car or on my couch, or I'm not anywhere saying, man, I wish, you know, I would have done this, or I wish that I would have done this, because whether I succeeded or failed at something, I went at it. I never quit. I think the worst thing you can do isn't fail, is not try. And tragedy can make you not try, but I'm a firm believer that even with tragedy, let tragedy fuel you to try harder. You know, so I think just in my experience that tragedy can make you. But you gotta actually hunker down and let it. So I'm out, man. Y'all have a good evening. Peace.